Aaron Jr. is not off the hook yet, says CBI. No proof now, but investigations are underway. Borewell turns into a death trap. 5-year-old child dies in Trinalveli after falling into a 200 feet deep borewell. Direct election of mayor, 200 wards, scores of applicants. Chennai is gearing up for civic polls. Tamil Nadu's killer roads. The state recorded nearly 3,800 fatalities in just 3 months. How does Kodangayur feature in Amma's clean-up drive? Decentralization versus centralization of waste management? The debate rages on. Namma Chennai is set to grow. Amma announces satellite towns on Chennai-Bangalore highway. 12,000 affordable houses on the cards. And Fox star and A.R. Murugadas co-production are ready with their slice of life film. We bring to you an exclusive sneak peek. Well, a very good evening. You're watching Late Night News with me, Ashmith. Time now for the latest stories coming in from across the nation. The CAG's report on Air India expansion is tabled in the Parliament and severely criticizes the expensive fleet expansion plans. L.K. Advani wants to challenge the government to arrest him as he had asked for the cash for votes sting operation. The number of dead in the Delhi High Court blast goes up to 12 as an injured man dies in the hospital. The terror email sent to media agencies apparently from Huji is traced to Jammu and Kashmir, but it could be a prank call. Amar Singh will remain in jail for at least one more day after his bail hearing is postponed in the cash for vote scam. Reliance Industries hoarded land meant for petroleum exploration. The audit report tabled in Parliament has a scathing indictment. And Congress President and UPA Chairperson Sonia Gandhi returned to Delhi last night after her surgery in the US. Well, in what was termed as an avoidable accident by investigating officers, a 4-year-old boy who fell into a 200 feet deep abandoned borewell yesterday morning died in Trinalveli district. Now, though the boy was stuck at a depth of 20 feet, the terrain was rocky and it took more than 12 hours for the police to dig a parallel tunnel to rescue the child. And the tragedy happened at a temple area. The 200 feet deep borewell was abandoned after it failed to strike any water. And in the latest updates coming in, 4 persons have been arrested for the death on charges of negligence. Well, 5 years back, the whole country watched and rejoiced as 5-year-old Prince was rescued from a borewell that he had fallen into. But to many others, like 5-year-old Trinalveli boy Sudarshan, borewells have become a deathbed. How safe are our children when they go out to play? We recall similar events and also get experts to tell you the do's and don'ts. Lodraj has this story. Despite massive rescue operations, 5-year-old Sudarshan could not be saved. On Wednesday morning, he had fallen into the abandoned borewell in Nanganeri. But this is not a one-off case. In 2003, Tamil Mani, a 2-year-old boy, fell into a borewell in Mannadi and died. In 2004, Ajit fell into a borewell in Dharmapuri, which proved to be fatal again. In 2004, Devya Raj, a 6-year-old boy from Dindigal, was rescued. In 2009, Gopinath, a 3-year-old boy, fell into a borewell in Tiruvannamalai and died.
But once an incident has taken place, very important that the authorities are informed. Immediately the authorities are informed, yes, they can muster whatever resources they have at their disposal and ensure that the person is saved.
Meanwhile, police have arrested 4 persons under sections 283 and 304A of the IPC, in other words, for negligence. Well, the initial announcement at the Assembly this morning had brought with it a new township. The Chief Minister announced the construction of a new satellite township which will be developed at Tirumarisai on Chennai-Bengaluru highway at a cost of 2,160 crores. The satellite town will be developed over an area of 311 acres. As a part of the government's plan, the TNHP will build multi-storeyed apartments near Ashok Pillar. The plan also features a 3% allotment to differently abled persons. The town will also be able to boast of a 17-storied office complex. The multi-storied commercial complex will also be seen in Coimbatore.
தமிழ்நாடு வீட்டு வசதி வாரியம் சார்பில் 2160 கோடி ரூபாய் செலவில் 311.05 ஏக்கர் பரப்பளவில் செம்பரம்பாக்கம், குத்தாம்பாக்கம், பர்வதராஜபுரம், நரசிங்கபுரம் மற்றும் வெள்ளவேடு கிராமங்களை உள்ளடக்கிய திருமழிசை துணைக்கோள் நகரம், அதாவது திருமழிசை சேட்டலைட் டவுன்ஷிப் அமைக்கப்படும் என்பதை மகிழ்ச்சியுடன் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். இந்த துணைக்கோள் நகரம் குடிநீர் வசதி, கழிவுநீர் அகற்றும் வசதி, சாலைகள், மழைநீர் வடிகால், தெருவிளக்குகள், சமுதாய கூடம், பள்ளி, மருத்துவமனை, பேருந்து நிலையம், பூங்கா, விளையாட்டு திடல் போன்ற அனைத்து அடிப்படை வசதிகளும் கொண்டு அமைக்கப்படும்.
Well, more updates from the Assembly. The TASMAC was in focus for a second consecutive day. A day after it was revealed that the TASMAC revenues shot up to 15,000 crores. Today, it is the turn of TASMAC employees to be high on spirits. The government announced wage hikes for TASMAC staff. The hike will range from 500 to 300 rupees per month. The hikes are effective from September. Well, in news now of some political heat, the DMK appears to be ailing from the walkout viral. After a walkout and eviction earlier in the week, the DMK today staged yet another walkout. The party alleged disrespect towards party leaders who were not being allowed to express their views in the assembly.
சட்டமன்றத்தில் எங்களுடைய குரலை ஒழிக்க அங்க வழி இல்லை. அதனால் திருக்குறள் ஒலித்தது, அதை கேட்டோம். திருக்குறளுடைய பொருள் நன்றாக இருந்தது. எனவே எங்களுடைய பணியை முடித்துவிட்டு புறப்பட்டு விட்டோம்.
A court in Tamil Nadu's Tirunelveli district sentenced 6 people to life in the Rajagopalan murder case. Now, the Rajagopalan, the then state president of Hindu Munnani, a Hindu outfit, was murdered in Madurai in October of 1994. Now, the court has awarded double life sentence to one of the convicts. And while long queues have become a daily phenomena at the ruling AIDMK party headquarters at Roypet, with the crowds of applicants swelling by the day for the Chennai corporation elections, the AIDMK has extended the date of receiving applications by 3 more days. Now, Chennai city is expanding from its existing 155 wards to 200 wards to include the 9 municipalities, 8 town panchayats and 25 panchayats. The direct election of mayor this time has also made more applicants pour into the party headquarters. And well, some striking revelations were made as far as road traffic is concerned in Tamil Nadu. It appears that in the first 3 months of this year alone, nearly 3,800 persons died in road accidents. Now, the Road Transport Minister V. Senthil Balaji today revealed in the Assembly that from January to March, over 16,700 accidents occurred, out of which 3,500 resulted in fatalities. Now, meanwhile, the minister also revealed that vehicular population has soared by 12% in the state. The total number of vehicles on roads stands at 1.36 crores. Well, we have a small break now. We'll come back on the other side with lots more updates for you. Keep watching.